You may know Mr. Vijay Kedia as a successful investor in the stock markets. He is a humble and ordinary person with unique skills and intelligence in investing. His story is one of perseverance and learning from mistakes, which every market participant should take note of. Vijay Kedia was born in a stockbroking family in Kolkata. He has been interested in the stock market since his childhood. He started engaging himself in trading with his grandfather when he was just 14. After his father's death, he was forced to join his family's stockbroking business. He wanted to start his own business but couldn't do it due to the lack of money, and he was not fascinated towards stockbroking. That is why, at the age of 19, he started trading in the stock market. After jumping into the trading field, he received great profits in the first year itself and he became very confident about it. But after leading for 1.5 years, he started losing. That is when he realized that his past year success was just a pinch of his luck. He faced significant losses while running for profit in the market. The main reasons for his failures were that he began trading with a very small amount, and after gaining a little profit, he would go for big amounts in trading. Due to this, sometimes he used to lose all he had gained because of a single wrong trade. Once, he even faced a loss of Rs 70,000 in Hindustan Motors within just 2 to 3 days. At that time, his mother offered her pieces of jewelry to help him recover his losses. But luckily somehow it got recovered after a few days without having to sell her jewelry. He felt so disappointed because of that incident and eventually he dropped the trading job. After that, he started the business of supplying materials to the tea gardens in Kolkata. But unfortunately, he failed in that too. Then again, he began trading in the stock markets. Even after trading in the market for 10 to 11 years, he didn't get the desired profit. He realized that he's just playing a no profit, no loss game, and that is why in 1989 he decided to drop the idea of trading and move towards investing. He was aware that stock related financing generally happens in Mumbai. That's why in 1989 he shifted from Kolkata to Mumbai. He had been living there as a paying guest for 2 years. Initially, when he planned to do investing, that time there were no sources to learn about investing, and none of the investors were willing to share their knowledge and mantras of investing. So he decided to learn from the markets, or in other words, the market was his teacher. He began to use the trial and error method, as he believed it is better to try something, and even if you fail, you get to learn from it and then try to do the best the next time. The second important thing he did was to observe. He used to observe the successes and failures of other investors and used to learn from their mistake. One such incident was when one of his friends had a big loss. He told Vijay that mistakenly investing in high PE ratio stocks was the reason why he had to face the loss. After that, Vijay Kedia analyzed the whole situation and concluded that investing in high PE ratio stocks could be dangerous. His first stock in investing career was Punjab Tractors. He had only 35,000 rupees in the beginning of his investing journey and he invested all in Punjab Tractors. Then within 3 years, Punjab Tractors expanded 4 to 5 times. After selling all shares of Punjab Tractors, he invested in ACC Limited. At that time, the price of ACC Limited was only 300 rupees. Gradually, the ACC stock price increased with the Harshad Mehta factor and it reached 3000 rupees with the bull run. Vijay Kedia found it more valued at that price and that's why he sold all his shares and he bought an apartment in Mumbai and took over other stocks with the rest of the money. But yet again, he was at a loss and broken after the market crash during the Harshad Mehta scam. He admitted his mistake of not analyzing the management and the quality of the company, due to which those stocks dropped in the market crash and he had to pay for his mistakes. Learning from that failure, he never took his investment philosophy for granted and he decided not to compromise in his strategies. He then went on to purchase Aegis Logistics at 14 rupees and sold it later for 500 rupees, in which he received about 4000% returns. From then and there, life was looking good for Vijay Kedia, and he has earned a lot of returns just like this. He makes his investing strategy with high research and analysis. Then he executes according to that. He has failed so many times, but he always takes lessons from them and still manages to make huge profits. He had paid a lot of price to become a successful investor. He faced losses and invested a lot of his years in understanding the mechanism. He has always followed his passion with perseverance and therefore succeeded in this game. This is a man who learned from his mistakes. He made the market his teacher. Newbie traders are infamous for needing to be right all the time. This natural human tendency is so powerful that novice traders engage in a hell lot of unproductive trading behaviors so as to avoid admitting that they are wrong. This is evident from the fact that they might hold on to a losing trade longer than a winning trade just to prove that they could be right. They even procrastinate a lot, due to which they put off or postpone making a trade in an effort to avoid facing the consequences of a bad trading idea or a strategy. In many ways, a need to be right always can be a pain in the ass. Rather than to feel free, experiment, and be creative with trading at the beginning, a trader consciously or unconsciously have this need to be right, which may hold him back at critical moments during a trade. When you are inhibited, constrained, and afraid because of your own emotional requirement to be right, you begin to avoid making any trades. But unless and until you don't take trade after trade, you will never sharpen your trading skills and master the markets. So, accepting feedback and criticism in the form of wins and losses from the market is vital for trading success. But why exactly is it hard to accept criticism, whether it is from another person, even your best friend, or parents, or the markets? So, one of the main reasons is that we associate criticism with the feelings of inadequacy or the feeling that we are not good enough. We tend to give a great psychological significance on a critical comment or negative feedback of any kind. We can't even stand our favorite hero or heroine or their new film being criticized. We take criticism very personally, and this is very toxic for your personality and peace of mind. Criticism doesn't need to have an emotional meaning. It's vital to take criticism and feedback in order to stride forward in any format of your life, be it work or family. Don't take it personally. Rather, consider it as a feedback, just like the way we write reviews or feedbacks for a product in Amazon or Flipkart, which help other customers to decide if it is a good choice, and it will also enable the company selling the product to fix their shortcomings in the product. So the idea is to learn to downplay the emotional significance of criticism, which in the stock market scenario are the profits and losses, and just view it as cold, hard data that you will be able to use to improve your trading skills. Another reason why it is hard to accept criticism is our rational need to be perfect, the emotional drive to be perfect. We often assume that unless we are always right, we will not be successful, be it making the career decisions or making an investment. This is a wrong idea or mindset that we derive from our schooling. In our schools, only the highly performing students are considered and treated special in comparison to an average or weak student by the teachers. This will boost the morale of a few students to improve so as to be treated better like the top student, but a few other students will lose their morale and interest towards learning, and they start doubting their abilities. Another situation that we can think of is that in schools, students are usually allowed only a single chance to write a term exam. So in most schools, you can retake or rewrite a test, and thus you don't get a second chance to learn to hone your skills. So many people carry over this mindset of their schooling into trading. But unlike school, in the markets, you'll always get a second opportunity. For example, You can make a trade with small quantity and then learn from the mistakes that you have made and then go on to make a new trade. Over time, using this trial and error approach, you will be able to strengthen your trading skills. But keep in mind that risk should be managed. Other than that, you can make mistakes and learn from them. Indeed, if you want to be successful at trading, you should seek it out, either by making trades and seeing what happens or consulting a trading coach. This takes us more closer to Mr. Market. So Mr. Market is a character created by renowned investor Benjamin Graham in his 1949 famous book, The Intelligent Investor. In the book, Graham imagines that he and Mr. Market are co-owners of a business. He portrays Mr. Market as someone who is known for his wild mood swings and emotions, that he offers many opportunities to Mr. Graham to buy and sell his shares of business at a very low or sometimes at a very high prices. Mr. Market, mentioned by Graham, is none other than the stock market itself. We should understand that the market is the ultimate guru and no one is above it. One who understands this will never stop learning from the markets. The markets can be imagined as a sum or a mixture of all unique human minds. And so there is no wonder why the market keeps whipping professionals and novice traders both to give them new learnings every now and then. So any individual who wants to succeed in investing or trading can also learn from experts or well-known investors who have some strategies in their pockets that made them successful. Learning from these individual experts is quite similar to learning in a school classroom where multiple teachers come in to teach different subjects to make the students successful in their careers or exams. So as such, you don't need any prerequisites to learn from these experts. All you need is some time and money to buy a course or attend a seminar. But in order to learn from the great Mr. Market, it comes with a price. You must have the qualities of self-assessment every now and then, learning from yours and others' mistakes, and to never repeat the same mistakes again. You should also have an open mind, meaning you must be ready to learn new things. And you have to be competitive always and have a mindset to win. And above all, you have to be disciplined and do your homework or analysis timely. When all these qualities are ingrained, anyone is bound to become an outstanding student of Mr. Market. Even if you don't have any personal mentors or teachers in the stock market, just like Vijay Kedia, Mr. Market will teach an investor or a trader almost every day, provided they follow all the above qualities diligently. Always keep this in mind. Mr. Market is your ultimate guru and no one is above him. I hope this video gave some insights for improvement. If it did, please do like the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel and do not forget to press the bell icon to enable notifications so that you won't miss out on upcoming videos. You can follow us on Instagram also. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, see you.